Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour, as we can pretty much see, we have bounced off the top side of this downward sloping trend line, and also this got supported at this the top level of this support zone here. So yeah, this was obviously a good place for a bounce here. So realistically, we are still kind of in this downtrend until we take out this high here at well, about 48,600. We've obviously got a series of lower highs here in this short time frame. This short time frame trend, short time frame, that's it. We've obviously got lower lows here as well. So yeah, Bitcoin is obviously looking good with the bounce here, but it has still got some work to do. Take out this high here, this horizontal, then this high, and then yeah, we could have a good shot. We could have a good chance of breaking over 50,000. Obviously that may not happen. We may get rejected, putting a lower high around this just over 48,000, and then if we do come down, we'd have a good chance. We would have a pretty good chance of taking out this $46,000 support, at which point we'll be targeting about 44,000 if we take that out, targeting a full and formal test of our old macro resistance around this 42,000. So obviously everything to play for here, and we can clearly get a nice move up here, consolidate in this just for basically above 49,000, and then have a decent shot at taking that 50,000 onwards to our next targets. But like I said, Bitcoin has got some work to do here, and it is looking a bit sideways rangy at the moment, which obviously, as we know, that is the optimum market conditions for altcoins. So yeah, altcoins have obviously been going on a bit of a run here in this short term, and obviously Bitcoin is looking toppy insofar as that this 50k resistance is going to be a formidable resistance. So this potential trading sideways, even if it's in this upper part, or even if it's below here, it is giving the cue for altcoins then to take the reins and start to go on a bit of a run. Obviously, when Bitcoin is trending and moving and breaking out, altcoins will struggle, but this is looking like a good a point as any, just for some potential prolonged sideways, which obviously altcoins are deciding that is what they think is the likely scenario. So if you do have a look at Ethereum, the Ethereum Satoshi pairing, it is breaking upwards here, a very nice powerful move here back above this important level of resistance that we broke above, struggled to get any continuation to the next level, so then did find our way back below, consolidated below it again, and now we're broken back above. So on the second time of asking, can we get that acceleration up towards the next resistance zone, obviously at 0.075 a share, we'll call it, but ultimately the top of that being this high here at 0.07 at 8, I believe, or 7.7, just around the area. We can see where it is anyway. This is basically the next target for this pairing, and if it can take this out, then we are basically in we'll pretty much be in a blue skies breakout. Obviously we'll have this high to take out here, but I think that will be a formality at that point, and we will be on to our next target up here of 0.087, and then potentially beyond. If we get up to here, we'd expect a potential bull flag to play out of this whole move, and then yeah, we'll be clearly seeing all-time highs for Ethereum. So yeah, things looking better here. Obviously Ethereum was clearly lagging, was struggling, but is starting to make a move along with other altcoins as well. A lot of altcoins are having some nice moves here. The Polkadot ones, the Kusama and Dot, obviously with the Parachain auctions and the the dot ones potentially coming up, and then obviously, as we know, Sol is going on a move mission as well. So yeah, lots of altcoins have been performing pretty well against this backdrop of potential sideways for BTC. If we have a look at the BTC dominance, clearly reflected here also. This is having a nice drop. Obviously, we are in we've got like a minor level just where we're at of support, but realistically, we are in potential free fall until we hit this next level, 41-42%, and then obviously the sub 40%. So this is looking good, for altcoins, looking good for the general health of the crypto market. The one caveat I would have, the only one caveat I would have, is just that obviously when Bitcoin put in its 20k high, pulled back, and then made that move back up to around 16-17k at the end, basically when the last bull run was over, that was when altcoins did have a massive run. So if altcoins go on a massive run from here and we don't take out that 50 or 50,000, or don't potentially go much higher, we could have basically printed in the high of this bull market, and this could just basically be that bull trap move where alts then go crazy, and then for one last final hoorah, and then it is basically curtains. So that is a one caveat. But do I think that is what is happening? No. Is it because I'm optimistic? Ever the optimist? Potentially. But also, like I have been saying, maybe Bitcoin has got escape velocity against this 4 year cycle, and maybe this bull market will be prolonged and maybe not as parabolic, but just more sustainable, with maybe only 55% pullbacks or so, of which we've just recently had one. So yeah, if we have a look at stock markets, just looking incredible. I mean, just look at it. But buy the dip, guys, buy the dip. I mean, let's just look at this, at what this is as a percentage move, on the basis that, yeah, like nearly a 4.5% move in the S&P is extremely significant. Gold still just hanging around up there. Is it going to load? It's not going to load up my annotations because I'm on the wrong one. So if I just go back to here, and then go back to gold, if I go back to gold, yeah, we can see still basically back in this sort of range it had been in for a while. So again, this 1840, take that out, and then we could see some acceleration to the upside. The 10 years, a bit of a concern here, is pulling back here, so that is not exactly indicative of risk on. Yeah, obviously it's not ideal, but we shall see. Maybe it is indicative of less inflation concerns, but yeah, we shall have to see. Less inflation concerns obviously mean a less need for Fed tightening or tapering, in which case that is obviously bullish for markets. So it's hard. It's sometimes good news is bad news, and bad news is bad news, or good news is good news. It can alternate. Bad news can obviously be good for the markets if it expects certain things based on that bad news, and obviously bad news can be bad for the market if the market is pricing in bad news as bad news. So things are never, all I'm trying to say, things are never as simple as they seem. The DXY at basically our next support level. Take this out. If we take this out, I believe we will be we'll be seeing lower prices. Basically, if we take this out, I think we fully and formally confirm a reversal of this move all the way up, and then we'll be looking at basically a move at least just down to the bottom of the range. I mean, I will entertain the idea that the DXY can just trade sideways in this range for a prolonged period, regardless of my very bearish views on it. But either way, the bottom of this channel is a quite a considerable move. So we've got plenty of room to run before we have to then decide, are we gonna lose these lows and then, yeah, make our way into the mid 80s basically. Anything else? Yeah, Ethereum USD, we'll have a look at that, because if we have a look at it on here, it's not actually even looking anything too particularly spectacular. We are only revisiting these same highs again. We've been at a few times, but obviously the more times you test them, the more likely we are to break them. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, clearly a bullish looking consolidation at the highs, and yeah, we just want to get that acceleration now. We just want to get that move. Let's just draw. I'm surprised that I haven't drawn this in yet, but we'll just get a rough estimate of what we could potentially expect if we do get a pretty crazy acceleration to the upside. I think if I click shift on this, I can also straighten this to the, yes, I can. But yeah, basically just prints as above our highs. So yeah, potential all-time highs incoming. I mean, if we do break out this sideways consolidation, I would expect an acceleration in the move to the upside. So it could come pretty soon. I mean, any point even around this point in time, which would literally just be next month. So basically well before the end of next month. Which next month starts tomorrow for you guys that don't have a calendar up, or anyway, so basically by the end of next month, so literally in a month, we could be at new all-time highs for Ethereum, so very easily based on this chart. So that would obviously, Bitcoin would need to break. I would have to say Bitcoin would probably have to break above 50,000. But also you guys will probably know that I am targeting as a high of our next basically range of this 52, 53, or even up to 58,000. So I do think Bitcoin does have more room to run to the upside before putting in a medium term top and then potential sideways and down. Before potentially breaking then to all-time highs. So that would if we do break above 50,000, especially if we get towards 50, well, anywhere above 50, 56 to 58, I do think that yeah, Ethereum would have a very high probability of getting to all-time highs. To be honest, I'd probably say even with Bitcoin potentially only topping out around the 53,000 and consolidating, I think we could still see these all-time highs for Ethereum basically next month, September. So yeah, well, let's see what happens there. We all know how much we all love Ethereum. Stochastics now, let's have a look at the stochastics. Not much else to look at here now. 4 hour turn back up from a low level, plenty of room to run. So yeah, can you pump us up towards that 50,000? Potentially, it potentially could. Let's have a look at some of the higher time frames. 10 hours turn back down though. 12 hour has turned back down. Daily is still pointing down. 2 days pointing down. 3 days has turned back down, 5 days still pointing up, a weekly still pointing up, bi-weekly still pointing up, monthly the new tick will come tomorrow. So actually looking at the stochastic read, it looks like the 4 hour can get us a bit of juice, but yeah, it is gonna take some work. Like we said basically at the start of the video, Bitcoin has still got some work to do to reverse this downtrend we've got at the moment, and we can clearly look at this as a high, lower, well, we could even look at this as a lower high, as a lower low, and then a lower high, and then yeah, I mean, we have not printed a lower low here, but like in the context of this move here, we could get rejected anywhere where we are now, and then come back down, take it out, print a lower low, and continue with this downtrend. So yeah, Bitcoin has got work to do. Stochastics are looking a little bit tired. I mean, probably partly why people are looking to altcoins, and Bitcoin at least just ranging sideways here and not potentially breaking above 50k. People are maybe looking at stochastics to then think, let's pile into altcoins. So yeah, there we go, guys. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.